Halloween costumes. Good morning, afternoon, and evening, guys. We are back with another random tier list. We're talking about Halloween costumes. They're here, right here. Pretty much generic Halloween costumes. I know a lot of people this year will be wearing Squid Games costumes and other pop culture, reference costumes, as people usually do. But these are pretty generic ones we'll be talking about today, which we can see the names of most of them here. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to rank these on a scale of S to D, ranking how good of a costume it is, whether or not you should wear it, whether or not it is concerning if you wear it, and what we generally think. And being that I'm recording this ahead of time, so I believe by the time this go up, tomorrow will be Halloween or around there. We're going to keep that in mind, and hopefully you have either one of these good costumes or something that is even better than some of these. Without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and get started. The first one is the nurse, the classic nurse costume. Now, this does not say sexy nurse, it just says regular nurse costume. I think nurse is pretty B tier. It's definitely an old faithful. It's a costume that if you wear it, people are going to know exactly what you're going for. Even though a lot of nurse costumes tend to be very over dramatic in terms of like no nurses anymore really have these hats, for example, right? And then there's always like the sexy nurse variant, which I can't tell that this one is supposed to be that, but obviously there are some out there that are. Nurse in general, though, is just it's an old faithful Halloween costume for women, for better or worse. This one says other animal costumes, so I assume that down here we have some animals. Yeah, we have cat, bunny. Yeah, so this is just other animals, maybe dog. I think that's kind of C tier. I guess that's fine, but I never see people actually wear animal costumes. And I'm sure they make them in adult sizes, but I don't know. I never really see that. Next, we have pirate costume. Pirate costume is B tier. Back when Pirates of the Caribbean and stuff was more popular, it'd probably be more A tier. I think pirate costume is fine. This one kind of depends with how all out you go with it. If you have like a bird on your shoulder, you obviously get more points. If you chop off your arm and have a hook for a hand, that's you're really going the full mile there. So yeah, princess costume. I feel like that's kind of low effort for women. I feel like it's really generic. I guess it depends on the costume because could take princess costume a lot of different ways. Some people do like zombie princess, which I think is more creative. I'll talk about zombies here in a minute. So yeah, I think princess is kind of like a low effort costume. Not offensive though. It's going to be C tier for me. Pumpkin costume is just hilarious to me. If you walk into somewhere looking like this, it's so cliche that it's funny. Obviously, pumpkin, Halloween, all that. But it's so ridiculous. It's like something you'd see out of a cartoon. So I actually really, really like pumpkin costumes because it's so ridiculous that it ends up being funny. Robot costume. I don't think I've ever actually seen somebody do a robot costume in real life. And for you to do one good, it has to be a very well designed costume. Like this one right here, not very good. Now, obviously, like a kid can do anything, but a lot of these are adults in these pictures. So that's kind of what I'm going for. I don't know. A kid robot costume would be fine, but I feel like most robot costumes are going to end up in the D category here, just because they're not going to look very good. Robots are very blocky, very geometric, whereas a human is not. So I don't think it goes very well with it, to be honest. Next, we have the evil clown costume, and I feel like this is going a little out of order because I see that there is a regular clown costume over here, but we'll do the evil clown one first. Evil clown costume, I think, is going to be A tier. That's a very good costume. Lots of horror movies based off of that. Most famous one being It. Yeah, I think a clown costume would be a good one. Yeah, not much else to say about that. Fighter costume, that is very low effort in my opinion, similar to the princess costume for women. But a man or a woman could be a firefighter. But this picture has a man, so I'm going to put that in D tier. I think it is low effort. It's not as actually the robot would require more effort, so I guess I'll put that ahead. So yeah, it is low effort. Frankenstein next. Frankenstein's whatever. I've never actually seen a real person in real life wear a Frankenstein costume. I feel like a Frankenstein costume doesn't work unless you are 7 feet tall or have a way to look 7 feet tall, maybe with stilts or something. Um, so, C tier. It's whatever. Mummy is B tier. Even though it's one of the most easy costumes you can do just by wrapping a child up in toilet paper. But I feel like a really well done, tightly wrapped mummy with probably something a higher quality than um, than just toilet paper would be a good thing. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put that up here into B tier. And next, we're going to have any food costume. I think food costumes are pretty funny. I think that's an S tier, honestly. Gonna put that up there. Next, we have the zombie costume, which, am I the only person in the world that doesn't like zombie costumes? I don't know. Okay, I have a thing, guys. I have a thing, and I'm gonna share this with the 18 of you watching. Don't blow this video up, guys, because I don't want anybody else hearing this. But I don't like face prosthetics and the face paint and stuff. It really just bothers me. It kind of like gives me the heebie-jeebies. It's like ripping apart a cotton ball. I don't like that either. Or nails on a chalkboard. That's probably one that more people would get. Or rubbing two marbles together. Like I don't know. It's just it. I don't like it, and I wouldn't wear it on myself. Nor do I want to see it on anybody else. I cannot deny though the zombie costumes, when done well, are a good costume. I will begrudgingly put this in A tier, but I refuse to put it any higher than that. Um, a lot of times a zombie costume can be a modification to another costume. I mentioned the zombie princess. You could do a zombie pirate, zombie nurse, whatever. Zombie costume by itself, I'm gonna go put it in A tier, but I'm not a big fan of prosthetics and face paint and kind of like all that. Personally, I'm just weird, I guess. Any president costume, I feel like that's pretty low effort usually, unless you have a really, really good one. If you're 6'4" and you can dress up like Abe Lincoln, I guess. But it's kind of boring. I'm gonna put it in C tier underneath Frankenstein. Bat costume, I've never ever seen anybody actually dress up as a bat. If I were to, that'd be kind of cool, I guess. I think a bat is more topical and better than a random animal. But I am still gonna put it into B tier. A bunny doesn't really seem to make much sense to me. I feel like if you dress up as a bunny, I feel like a lot of bunny costumes would try to be like a sexy Playboy bunny or something like that. That's not what this looks like. That just looks like a regular bunny. And that's not really on brand for Halloween. That'd be more Easter, right? So C tier, underneath other animals. Burglar costume, this is low effort. No burglar in real life actually looks like this. That's stupid. Burglars look like real people. So I guess if you want to dress up as somebody robbing something, I guess, I don't know. I feel like it's a really low effort costume. Next we have cat. Cat isn't bad. A cat can be a really good costume. There's many different ways to do it. You can go realistic. You can go with spandex, like Catwoman or whatever. They're sexy cat costumes. Yeah. So for women, cat costumes good. Even a guy wearing like a cat suit would be fine too. I'm realizing in this video how gendered Halloween is. Something to think about later. Okay, cat costume, A tier. Clown costume, D tier. Why would you do this? Why would you? Evil clown, A tier. Halloween, cool. Regular clown, creepy. Hide your kids. Run. Enough said. Cop costume. Where'd I put it? C tier, just barely. It's similar to the firefighter, the burglar. It's very low effort, in my opinion. And I just feel like it's not as fun as a lot of these other costumes. So that's going to be C tier for me. Cowboy costume. Cowboy costume, I think, is a lot cooler than it used to be due to games like Red Dead Redemption and just various media. I think cowboys are in a much better state now, much more popular than they were a decade ago. I don't know. Could be missing something, but at least in my mind, they are. So I think a cowboy costume is kind of cool. A tier. A devil costume is very overdone. Especially this one in this picture looks terrible. Depending on how you do it, it could be good. But yeah, I'm going to put it at the bottom of B tier there. And let's see. Next we have tears falling down at the party. Saddest little baby in the room. You guys know what I'm talking about? TikTok. Ghost costumes. Ghost costumes best. S tier. S tier. Might have to make one of those, but yeah, it's going to be up here. Ghost costumes have become its own meme. I would be very surprised if I didn't see a lot of them this Halloween, as that meme has started to come back this year. Next, we have skeleton costumes. I've never actually seen this in real life, but I think it'd be cooler than like devil, bat, mummy, pirate. So I'm gonna have to put this. Is it cooler than cowboy? I think it's right there. I think I'm gonna put it at the top of B tier. I feel like you could do more with skeleton. I think I'm gonna put it up here actually. Now that I think about it. Yeah. Next we have. I cannot read this. I don't know what this says. Spider costume. Spider costume. I've never actually seen this. I don't think this includes Spider-Man. Um, sure. If you have like big arms sticking out of your back to like be the spider, like that'd be pretty cool. But I feel like a lot of spider costumes would look exactly like this: somebody wearing black with a little spider on his chest. So this one really depends on what the costume looks like. In general, I don't think it's that good. I'm gonna put it right after the bat costume. T-Rex costume is hilarious. I love these things with the little arms, people dancing in them, running around in them. That's amazing. Vampire is overdone, but it's a classic. And vampires never get old, whether it's an old style vampire or if you're dressing up as Robert Pattinson. You can do vampire. Vampire's good. I think vampire is going to be right underneath evil clown. Viking is also pretty cool. Now this one is very very generic in terms of like it's kind of just like expected, similar to mummy or pirate. But Vikings are very popular because of the TV show. What is it called? It's just called Vikings, right? Yeah, and stuff like that. Even like Game of Thrones has some Viking-esque characters in it. So I think Viking is actually a really good costume. Next, we have werewolf. Nobody ever in life has worn a real werewolf costume. Like I've never seen that in my life. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna put that in C tier. I think I'm gonna put it top of C tier. Which is good, which is an absolutely classic costume, and no matter how old Halloween gets, Halloween would not be Halloween without witches. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in A tier, and I am going to put it in the middle of A tier here, right underneath the T-Rex, just because T-Rex and Ghost are so funny. But witches, obviously, you can do a low effort witch, but you can also do a very high effort one. And there's a lot of different styles of witches out there for people to pick from. So I think witch is a pretty good costume. Next, we have the zombie bride. I've never actually seen anybody do this, but this is similar to what I was talking about with the nurse and the zombie, right? Combining two ideas together. Um, zombie bride, I think, is a good costume. Probably going to be B tier for me. Is it? I guess we could put it up here with zombie, actually. So I guess A tier. And then finally, wizard. This seems very low effort, but it is better than the president or cop. Um, I think wizard would probably end up here in B tier, maybe over spider. Yeah, right over spider. I think that's where we'll leave that. All right. And with that, that's our tier list of some popular and mostly generic Halloween costumes. What do you guys think? Leave a comment down below if I put one of these in the wrong spot, or if you think one of these should be somewhere else. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe for more videos like this. There'll be another one up at noon Pacific tomorrow. I hope you all have an exciting, safe, and fun Halloween tomorrow if you choose to celebrate or do anything for it. Don't do anything stupid, and stay safe out there as you are trick-or-treating and or engaging in debauchery. Anyway, I'm the guy that makes random tier lists. Bye.